There was a time when the people of Ontario had good reason to feel they could take their future supply of electric power for granted. But as fast as new hydroelectric generating capacity has been developed, the demand for power has outstripped it. Who would have thought back then that today's best source of new electrical energy supplies would not be from the generation of new electric power at all? Recently, Dane McCarthy, Vice President of Energy Management for Ontario Hydro, was in Ottawa to present a special award to Dr. Robin Farquhar, President of Carleton University. The plaque was accompanied by a check from Ontario Hydro for a substantial amount of money. Energy reduction and conservation, Mr. McCarthy explained, have become Ontario Hydro's #1 priority between now and the year 2000. And BFR Industries is proud to have played a key role in this energy savings initiative.
We have set an electricity reduction target over what would otherwise be the demand in the year 2000 of 4,500 megawatts. Give you a perspective for those that aren't into megawatts and gigawatts and kilowatts. That's about the total electricity demand of Metro Toronto. But today we're talking about lighting, and we're talking about an installation that will be the largest in Canada. And I understand the third largest in North America. Leading edge technology. So it's another step forward for Carleton University, one that they can be very proud of.
You might wonder why Ontario Hydro would be handing out large amounts of money, a total that will amount to some $3 billion over the next few years, to persuade its customers to use less of its product.
Well, really the answer is fairly straightforward. It costs us less to provide an incentive to reduce the need for electricity than to build plant to meet that need. It makes good sense.
And certainly, an opportunity like the energy efficient lighting provides is one very significant way in which we can do that. As a matter of fact, it's going to enable us to take probably about 20% or so off our lighting bill and save us close to a $250,000 a year in expenditures. And that's a $250,000 that we can put to better serving the students or doing higher quality research, both of which are very important to us.
It makes good sense for our customers. It makes good sense for us in terms of avoiding generation capacity. And it makes good sense in terms of the environment, because no form of generation is completely environmentally benign.
The truth is that we in Ontario have taken electricity for granted for so long, and we have become so accustomed to wasting power that the amount we misuse could solve the supply problem for many years to come. And the answer is a whole new lighting technology. When you stop to think about it, it's not hard to appreciate the fact that the lighting in most of our workplaces was installed many years ago. Whereas today's new technology equipment produces much improved lighting and uses far less electricity. Here's Mike Freeman, President of BFR Industries, the consulting professionals who make the hydro program happen for Ontario businesses.
We've been in this business for 12 years, installing energy conservation, lighting systems, etc. We used to make these systems pay for themselves just out of the energy savings alone. There was no incentive program or whatever available to help us make these things more attractive to the public, to the consumer. Now that Ontario Hydro has come along with a program where they physically give you money to encourage you to participate in the programs that we used to just pay for out of energy savings, a lot of our new customers have a hard time believing there is really this much money available to do these sort of programs and what the actual financial benefits can be. But quality is a big issue with us, and the reason that we're so high on it, or we attest to it or adhere to it, is that if we don't do a job that's practically better than the system that you have now, be it lighting or whatever, you're not going to want to keep it. And in order to ensure that the savings are made and that you get the financial benefit out of it, we pretty well have to install a lighting system that you'd buy even if it didn't save money.
We've been very impressed with the level of professionalism that BFR has shown us through all their assistance and guidance that they've offered us during the research and development stage of us standardizing this lighting system. The quality of lighting that we've achieved in each individual branch, our feeling is there's nothing available on the market today that even meets the standard that we've been able to achieve here. The feedback that we're getting from the branches has been very positive. The lighting levels are increased, people feel better, the color rendering is much better, and it's truer to a more natural outdoor light. As well as the reduction in energy consumption on these units, we've found that because they do run cooler with a higher output of light, we're able to save a substantial dollar figure on our air conditioning costs through the high cooling season. If we use this particular branch as a normal size in Metro Region, we're talking of money savings, first year $3,500 projected. So far, we've met these dollar figures, and by the same token, we've reduced our energy consumption on the lighting side by 43%.